let's get to the root of this because I really want to get down to the root cause of this. I think you'll be kind of shocked, and also you'll be kind of shocked, and you'll also be human when you really understand a lot of where this imaging came from. Understand this is imaging. This is not your image. This was an image that was created for you. The same way the black man has an image that was created for him. He didn't create it. He didn't have the power, means, or money to create his image, but yet you see him walking in the image that it's not him. Okay, I'll do something on that later, but right now we're going to talk about the black woman and the struggle with her hair. Okay, now when we look closely at the white, excuse me, when we look closely at the white-owned media, we can see the psychological programming and of their definition of what beauty is. In other words, because the people that own the news, that own the movies, the sitcoms, the producers, the directors, the music industry, it's all ran by white, mainly Europeans, some Jewish people. It's not ran or owned or distributed by black people. So therefore, the images that we are seeing are not necessarily our images. If we don't own anything, if we don't own the studios, the cameras, we don't own the television time, the images that's coming across are not ours. It was put upon, and I'm gonna show you, so you can go back and research this and do your own history. I don't believe you take anybody's word for it nowadays. Go back and do your own research. Look, listen to me. To understand the black woman, you must understand white media. Okay? To understand the black woman, you must understand white media, which is films, sitcoms, and also the music industry. Uh, the white media has psychologically damaged the black woman's image of herself based upon the white supremacist lie that black women were unattractive. Remember that if even from slavery, they had to, in order for them to be supreme, then their women had to be far superior than our women, and also they had to hide the fact. Well, let me read my notes and then I'll elaborate. This was done. This was done to hide the fact that many black female slaves were chosen to be bed wenches and sexual concubines. Okay, so they use movies and media to show the black woman as unattractive as they could by creating ancient mamas and heavy-set old maids. Now, back in the turn of the century, especially when movies and picture shows and media was just forming, uh, they would show blacks, of course, in the worst roles. Why? Why do you think they showed like movies like Gone with the Wind? These ancient mama looking darky, almost monkey looking people. The reason why they did that was because they were using the media to get it out of your head that they were ever attracted to the black woman. So they made her look so bad, like do rags on her head and talking all ignorant and country and talking all slow, and either she's a fat nanny or she was just a goofy buck tooth. You know, these are even in the early cartoons you'll see that they were portraying the black woman as a unattractive servant. Now this one I told you it was done because they didn't want it. Did not want people to think that they were actually was attracted and was using the black women, and this is documented. They were using the black women for concubines, and they were using them also for sex. It's just documented. You can find those facts out. So now they used them. Okay, while giving this wretched image to the black woman, they placed the white woman on a pedestal as the highest standard of beauty. Okay, so let me read that again. While giving this wretched image to the black woman, they placed the white woman on the high on a pedestal as the highest standard of beauty. Every picture of the white woman was always one of chaste and purity, while every picture of the black woman was one of servitude. Then, like when pictures first started, it was one of just a servant, a slave, a maid, a cook, uh, 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 and now it's of looseness. Okay, so now the stereotype of the black woman is one of looseness, and I'll show you how we got there. Um, uh, Now, to understand the great hair debate, you must first understand the media's role. So this is the reason why I'm saying the images of Black America was not it's not a black American it's not a black American origin. We didn't start these images. In other words, if you go back and look at the exploitation movies, movies like Foxy Brown, these pimp movies, we didn't own those cameras. Those was put out by white studio executives, by white producers, and if you go back and look at the black exploitation area, even some of the white directors would say how racist they were, how the atmosphere of racism when they was putting those movies out was really heavy because they were literally using movie to rewrite history. They was, instead of showing us in the light of a strong people that had endured some of the worst Holocaust ever, they showed us as buffoons first, minstrels, coons, sleeping these stepping fetches, and then it goes on up into the pimps and the jive turkey and the Negro on the corner and the do nothing type of Negro. That's what they put us as after that. And then they did the same thing with our women. They started the woman off as the ancient mama, and then she moved on up from the ancient mama to when you get in the 70s and 60s and you start seeing those exploitation films and you see that she was just a loose whore, just some pimp's whore, just ready to take her clothes off at the drop of a dime. That's the image that they put out on us. We had nothing to do. We didn't write the scripts, the screenplays, and we didn't direct or produce those movies. We were just in front of the camera, and they were using the blacks the same way they using our black entertainers now, like the Lil Waynes, the Lil G's, the Jay Z's. They paying them, making them rich for using our images, and they're showing the degradation and the worst of us, and they're paying those the black people in the entertainment industry to use their images to create a stereotype, to continue that stereotype that the black man and the black woman really was no better off than when they was enslaved. And that's really